Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Oakland Raiders. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Murray. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Able to find Isabella. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's got the first down and more past midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Check 24. He's crossing. He's checking up.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fine, 90.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double.
He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready. 10. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. On 1st down, Whitfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Murray now on 1st down. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Check in. We own it. We own it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Under 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
45. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Hey. You got up. 3 down. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Guys, push left. Let's go. 43's the mic.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Whitfield, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
It's got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, Michelle. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey,
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, Arizona.
How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, and now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Wilson will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing on second down. Wilson. He's got it to Hilton. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now, 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go! At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Michelle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. Finding some room at midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's the Raiders punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now in the East Bay. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. 48. 48 Mike. I got you. I got you. 48. 48 Mike.
Shotgun now from Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Murray now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Keeps himself upright. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And his kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Everyone got four down.
Complete to Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That's another Raiders first down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a first down carry. It's Michel, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go, guys. 4 down. 4 down.
And it's Michel once again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Back to throw. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the ground, this is Michel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 43.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Let's go.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.